here's something that's worth doing. Take a look at the cell. And this, we're going to be visiting quite a bit over the next couple of weeks, the different parts of the cell. This particular picture has more than I'm going to have you know, but a lot of these I'm going to want you to know. And so I just want to practice and expose you to the vocabulary a little bit so you hear how it's pronounced and stuff. Let's go in order. Number one over here is the plasma membrane. Say plasma membrane. Okay? Number two. Where's number two on this? Cytoplasm. Say cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, right? What cytoplasm is, think of it as the goo that's inside of a cell, right? Technically, the liquid is called cytosol, and everything except the nucleus is part of the cytoplasm. But people usually think of it in terms of like the other things are floating in the cytoplasm. Well, they're really part of it, but whatever. The cytoplasm is all the stuff in the cell. The semi-fluid matrix that contains the nucleus and other organelles is what the definition is there. Number, oh, look, there's another two. How did that happen? There's three. Okay, well, I didn't notice that till just now. Mitochondrion. One of them is a mitochondrion. Multiples is mitochondria. These are amazing organelles. These are my very favorite organelle, and I'll tell you why when we get to them, okay? These are the ones that release the energy from the sugars to fuel, to turn it into ATP, to fuel the cell. Mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. Say mitochondria. Okay, number four, cytoskeleton. Say cytoskeleton. Okay, so what this is the filaments, microtubules, microfilaments. I think I'm just going to probably have you learn cytoskeleton. You don't have to know the different ones. Actin filaments and microtubules and stuff. Okay, number five is the nucleus. Say nucleus. It's not nucleus, it's nucleus. Okay, there it is. It's what contains the genetic material. And it's contained by sometimes it's called the nuclear envelope. It's like the membrane, but actually it's a double layer thick. So it has kind of folds in on it, so it has little openings so stuff can get in and out. Again, this is a first exposure. I don't expect you to know all these just on this one blush through, but I'm going to expose you to them. You will be learning these over the next couple weeks. What they are, what they're called, and what they do. Okay, so nucleus. Say nucleus. And don't mispronounce it nucleus. It's not nucleus, it's nucleus. Ribosomes, strangely, doesn't have a number. But ribosomes are these little dots that are all over this, what's called rough endoplasmic reticulum. That's number 6. I got to tell you, this, if you like cool science words, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably, well, I don't want to say probably, possibly the coolest science word anybody's ever invented. Endoplasmic reticulum. Everybody say it. Endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, what that means, it's inside the plasm, so that's endoplasmic because it's inside of it, and it's reticulated. The shape is reticulated. That's why it's called that. Okay, there's that. And it's smooth and rough, depending on if it has these dots all over it, and those dots are ribosomes. Gosh, so many words. Oh, you'll be fine. You will know these by the end of this unit here. Okay, we got like 4 weeks or so. We're going to do it. Okay, and then peroxisome. I'm not even going to have you learn that one. It's kind of interesting. What this has is an enzyme in it that breaks down hydrogen peroxide, which is actually a toxic material that sometimes cells make inside themselves. So they have this special stuff to break it down. Let me see. Wait, am I missing anywhere? Is there an 8? Oh, there's lysosome. Very similar to a peroxisome. It's a sac. Lysine is the stuff that's inside it. What it does is it breaks apart the parts of the cell. The cell's constantly putting itself together and breaking itself apart. That's part of the action that's going on in a cell. And so what these do is actually breaks apart the parts, and then they can reuse the materials to make new parts. Okay, and then the Golgi complex. It's also called Golgi bodies. That's how it's pronounced, and that's what this doodah that looks a lot like endoplasmic reticulum, but it's separated from it. And what's going on in there is proteins are being processed when they're being made. So, there you got to hear how these words are pronounced. Yes, I'm going to want you to know them. You don't have to know them yet, but you will. Okay, that's just a first exposure. All right, stick a fork in this. I think we're done.